All right, let me check on Twitter real quick. I haven't got an update for today. AJ Brown had 3 touchdowns yesterday. He's on my fantasy team. Let's go. What the hell? Roquan Smith to the Baltimore Ravens. Wait. Didn't Don predict this like over a week ago? Oh snap. Stats Guru, what he's got to say. Ravens will end up with Roquan Smith of the Bears. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, if that happens, the Ravens are going to be a problem. Let me tell you, the Stats Guru is at it again. Well, guys, after reading everything on Twitter and everybody going crazy right now, and rightfully so, the Bears have traded Roquan Smith to the Baltimore Ravens for a 6th and 5th round pick, and also AJ Klein is going in that package as well. What a crazy, I don't want to say historic, but what a crazy trade to fit him into a scheme that he's going to fit really, really well in. And I know Bears fans, this one is hurting for you, but let me kind of break down on why this can be a good thing and also why this can be a bad thing, that now he's on, a talent-filled Baltimore Ravens defense that just hasn't been the same as what we're used to them being. But what's up, guys? This is Dante from East Coast Gridiron, here to break down another acquisition and kind of my thoughts around it. Now, in this trade, we have to consider all the great linebackers that have ever played for the Baltimore Ravens. Ray Lewis always comes to mind. T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs, Peter Bullware, and I guess you could throw C.J. Mosley in there. It looks like some of his best years have been spent with the Ravens. And also Matthew Judon is having what I think is a Defensive Player of the Year kind of campaign that he's having with the Patriots right now. But let's move on a little bit closer to what the Ravens got going on after I asked the question of who is your favorite linebacker that has ever played for the Baltimore Ravens. Put that in the comments section down below. I appreciate you guys. Roquan Smith is one of those talents that can get you 120, 130, 140, 150 tackles a year. When you really look at it, the Ravens are actually the #1 best rushing defense. So they actually get a lot of stops from their defense as far as the rushing game goes. And that kind of begs a different why they actually traded for Roquan Smith, because he's a tackling machine. But one of his best assets that a lot of people don't give him credit for, but if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan and a football fan, you do know this. Roquan Smith is probably the best pass coverage linebacker in the NFL. That's what they're getting with this. They are getting beat over the middle like nobody's business right now. Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters, they're continuing to do their thing. Chuck Clark, he's been talked about being on the trade block as well, especially with the whole Philadelphia Eagles off season. But he gets you a couple sacks a year, many QB pressures a year as well. He's a very well-rounded linebacker, and I kind of put him in the category of these new school linebackers like the Devin Whites, the Levante Davids, Miles Jack come to mind. These really slim Devin Bush, these really slim linebackers that can move sideline to sideline, get you a bunch of tackles, and that's what he does while also being a pass coverage monster. The Ravens, however, are the last ranked pass coverage defense in the NFL, and that's where all their struggles lie. Overall, they're the number 18th ranked defense. The Bears were the number 22 ranked defense in the NFL. So for them to give this up, this is a really, really huge acquisition for them to move away from a player like this, which doesn't make any sense. Roquan Smith, however, if you want to say any negatives, he only plays about 55% of the snaps on defense. That gives them some plug and play ability, but also he has some great players to bounce off of. Justin Houston's having an incredible year. I think he has 6 or 7 sacks right now as we speak. Odafe Owe is a really good linebacker. I know know they're trying to do some things with Josh Bynes. He's coming off, you know, a game this year where he's had 1 sack. And then, of course, you're going to pair him up right beside a young talent in Patrick Queen. And I cannot wait to see how these two are going to work together. Going to be pretty incredible to watch. I also think on the other side of the equation, you were bringing somebody like Roquan Smith in to help develop the guy that you put a lot of stock into in the draft, which is David Ojabo, the linebacker, outside linebacker for the Michigan Wolverines. You give him another veteran presence to learn under, and that's incredible for a young guy's career. I think this defense is going to step up to the plate as far as the pass coverage side of things, and you're going to see them starting to improve. The Ravens are not necessarily the best finishing team in the NFL. A lot of people are blaming Lamar Jackson. But look, they're going to be like nobody's business over the middle from every pass offense. And you're going to need that against the teams like the Bengals and a lot of guys that like to slash you across the middle. We've seen it a little bit with the Steelers this past weekend with with the Eagles. They were having success there. And now you give yourself a zone coverage monster at linebacker. I cannot wait to see what they do. What is your thoughts? Put them down in the comment section below. Do you think this is a good trade? I think both sides benefited pretty good. I mean, a 2nd round pick. I mean, he is a 1st round pick talent, but you guys get a linebacker, 2nd round pick, and a 5th round pick, depending on, you know, where the cards may lie for that lottery later on in the year. With how promising the Bears have looked in some games, this is not the move that needed to be made, but I guess they're just preparing for their future at this point in time. I just don't understand why you would get rid of a player like him. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everybody that subscribed and liked anything on the channel. You didn't have to, you did, and we appreciate it. Hope Roquan has an incredible career with the Ravens like they know how to do with linebackers, and maybe this is the resurgence in their season that they actually needed. We'll catch you guys later. Thank you for watching. Hey, Ravens are going to flock, right? We'll catch you guys later.